Hi, this is just going to be a short video really to recap a few things, just to respond to a few points perhaps left unattended in your responses to the questions dealing with Alegant and McLean, and I'll say a few things about how to prepare this written exercise, but I will send you an email. There'll be an attachment with that that shows you how to present the material. So let's just run through the questions. There were 8 of them. Most of them were dealt with very effectively. So I'll just pick out, I think, 3 altogether, possibly 4 actually. So the first one, the key phrase there that needed to be part of your answer was an ordered string of notes. That's what is defined by enlargement for these authors, an ordered string of notes, as opposed to composing out, which they regard as a broader sense of temporal extension. Match and fit you all got, but fit involves lying within particular harmonic context, particularly tonally speaking. So something does not fit if it causes effectively a dissonance, even though it spans what seems to be a plausible harmonic phase. If it doesn't fit with its originating or its closing harmonic context, it can't therefore be prolonged. So that's when it does not fit. So answer 4 should have been no fit. I think 2 people got this right, but 1 person suggested under question 4 that it was a fit. It isn't, and the evidence there is page 36. So review page 36 for question 4. Question 5, everyone noted the set class effectively enough. It is set class 0134, of course it's an octatonic tetrachord, but the 2 versions, pitch classes 2356 and 4578, are actually related by T10I, by I10. So you needed to let me know that, rather than just say, yes, they are related. And by inversion, I just was looking for the specific relationship. But anyway, basically fine. I think you all understood this. You're all happy to work independently for the remainder of this article, so that's good. So what I'll do to close is just move on and talk about how I want you to tackle these 4 sources. Remember, you're going to choose 2 that relate to the topic that you want to explain and to explore, and then 2 dealing specifically with this broader sense of composing out. So you'll be dealing with Hasty, Alegant, McLean, and 2 other sources that we've addressed that you would like to concentrate on. So remember, each one, they can pretty much be of the same length, up to 1,000 words each. You're preparing a synopsis. So you need to treat the source in miniature. To do this, I think there are basically 4 things you need to keep in mind. What is the author's argument? So the argument, the sort of case they're trying to convince us of. Secondly, their methodology, how are they actually working? What principles are they bringing to bear? What assumptions are they relying upon to be able to then present the next thing, which is the evidence. So you need to consider the evidence that they're trying to put forward and to think about how that is used. And in particular, I recommended and still do recommend putting in at least 1 extended example. So one of the bigger set piece examples the authors put together explain exactly what the annotations are, what the specific notational features are, how to read that. In other words, for someone who is theoretically literate but maybe hasn't read this article, what sort of things should that reader bear in mind? So treat that as a kind of case study illustration for the article, and 1 or more will do very well. And then lastly, consider the conclusions the author makes. So argument, methodology, evidence, and conclusions will help to form a coherent synopsis for each of the sources you're going to address. Okay, I think that's more or less all I can say. So other information, as I mentioned, is contained in the email, so I will send that out tomorrow at the usual sort of class time, and yeah, I will look forward to submissions coming in on the 8th. If anything goes wrong, if you are all just overstretched by the amount of additional preparation you're doing for various things, let me know. I'm quite happy to push things back to the 10th of April. As for the next thing we choose in terms of topic, well, I'm thinking we might actually look at Strauss's own work in relation to a particular topic, and that would be post-tonal voice leading. He's in the past authored several articles to do with this, so at least a couple are available on JSTOR, and we could try and at least look into those. What we might do is introduce 2 of them, and then I could leave, say, the 3rd one for you to summarize as part of your second submission. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves, but that's what I'm thinking of. Obviously, time is tricky to organize, and I think if we try to cover too much, we just won't get there. But that's what I'm thinking of at the moment. There are those Strauss articles, the long articles, so they'd be a good sort of project for us to conclude this particular course with. Okay, I'll sign off there, and I'll be posting this to YouTube, as I say, on Wednesday. All right, bye for now.